Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was gone for a second. What was that?
What do you think would be the best build to use for TLO against what LucifroN seems to do very often, which is lots of 3 command centers with some pretty greedy build, I would say, but always playing it kind of safe with the mines and everything.
Um, I think he should just. You have to play a standard game and just try to outdrone him, because it's hard to go for an all-in with the Reaper opening, because they usually scout it in time for him to make Widow Mines and defend with a bunker or two.
All
And
right.
we saw like a Nidus the other day, but even against like the greediest turn boat, it didn't work. So I'm not sure if you can do something like that.
Okay. Well, our second map is going to be Whirlwind here, and LucifroN actually is playing for team Carante, which is a Spanish team. Go support him. Really cool guy. Excellent player. Very talented. You can find him on Twitter at Carante LucifroN. His opponent, TLO, I'm pretty sure all of you already follow him on both Facebook and Twitter, but if you don't, do that. Twitter.com/LiquidTLO, and most likely LiquidTLO on Facebook is a pretty easy guy to find, I guess. And TLO, I've been very impressed with him recently. Ever since he switched to Zerg, he rose to a new level of play. He's definitely in the top players in Europe right now. Whereas before, when he was trying to play Terran, remember? He had that Terran era. He was not doing nearly as good as he is now. So he went to Korea, he practiced a lot. He's actually one of those players that you can really take example on as far as practice goes, because he practices very seriously. He practices a lot. He showed me his schedule, actually. It's pretty sick. He has like a whole... It's like when you were in school, remember? You had like a timetable for your entire week, with which classes you have to go to and everything. And he has the same thing. And it's like he wakes up, he gets some breakfast, and then he has like 3 hours practice, 1 hour VODs, and stuff like that. So that's pretty impressive. And actually, since I saw that, I try to apply some of this myself. When I wake up, I try to tell myself, you're going to practice for this time. From this time to this time. Keep it very clean, And
how's it working?
pretty good. I'm playing really good these days. Well, today I played pretty shitty, but other than that, like these days in general, I've been playing pretty well. I think I'm around rank 30 Grandmaster in Europe right now, so I'm not doing too bad.
Oh yeah, that's really good. Europe is pretty hard these days too, especially if you're not Terran.
Anyway, LucifroN is doing a bit of scouting now. He scouted the wrong direction, sadly, for him. So he's going to be seeing where TLO is last. TLO going for the pretty late extractor this game. But he should be okay. I mean, LucifroN went for the quick command center, so there's not going to be any very early on aggression here. But behind this, he goes for the double refinery. Oh, by the way, somebody messaged me on Twitter, and apparently TLO made the spore to save one of his drones from the Reaper, but then he just forgot about it.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes more sense then.
And I'm not going to make fun of him, because I used to always make a pylon to block the Zerg hatcheries, and then I was like, I'm going to cancel it, and then I always forgot to cancel it. So
yeah, I've done that sometimes too. You just have like an evolution chamber at the 5-minute mark to defend against the Reapers, and then you just don't cancel it, and it looks
well,
kind of
then
silly.
it's good.
But
Then you win because you have more upgrades. But
yeah, that.
But yeah, having a spore was not very good, obviously, in the previous game. Anyway, TLO. Yes?
Do you think LucifroN will go Banshees? Because he has so much gas now. His factory is finishing, and he has almost 200 gas.
Yeah. Teja against you on this map, he did the same. Actually, well, he will go for a Banshee, I guess, since he goes for the starport. But Teja against you, he did the same. He took the 2 gases, but he went for 2 factories, and he made the blue flame like 13 Hellion run by.
Yeah.
So I thought it might be that as well, but yeah, it does look like it's going to be a Banshee in this game. Because LucifroN going for the starport here, already adding a tech lab on his barracks. This is going to be a pretty quick Banshee. If TLO is not ready, this might do a lot of damage, but I mean, we have the Overlord on the way, so how does LucifroN go around this and surprise his opponent?
Yeah, I think he might just go over that, because I don't think he knows it's there. It will be a Cloak Banshee, and I actually think this opening is good now. In Wings of Liberty, it was common and all the Zergs were ready to defend it. But in HOTS, this is so uncommon that it can catch Zerg by surprise a lot. And if 2 Cloak Banshees show up, and you don't have spores, you just lose so many workers.
Actually, yeah, it is going to be Cloak. TLO, he's expecting Hellions, I think. Look, he's making 2 evolution chambers to wall his ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's gonna send his Overlord and see this on time, or if he sees a Banshee, does he start a Spore blindly at this expansion?
If he sees the Banshee?
Yeah.
Yeah, if he sees the Banshee, he should have 1 or 2 spores at each base.
2 spores on each base. Man, it's 1 Banshee, not 4 Phoenix.
It'll be 2 Banshees though. It can be kind of hard to zone, because sometimes they can like slip around to sides and snipe some drones if you have 1 spore. You can get away with 1 if you have extra queens, but with 1 queen at each base, sometimes 1 spore, it can be difficult.
Okay. Baneling Nest is going down now for TLO. Still no spore, and wow, 1 Banshee was hidden. Oh, he sees everything. He even sees Cloak upgrading right now. I wouldn't be surprised. He starts a spore immediately in his main, in his 3rd base, and in his natural. And well, those Hellions, they want to do some harass. Didn't 4GG always used to play like this with like Banshees and Hellions, and sometimes Cloak, sometimes not?
Yeah, he used to do this almost every game.
And what happened to him? He started losing a lot with this and switched it up, or he realized mines were OP and...
He said people were just like blind countering it because they just assume blindly he's gonna do it at the beginning of the game.
How do you blind counter?
Like,
mutas?
Yeah, it just goes super fast, 2 base muta, and then like you have mutas when the Banshees get to your base, and you're just way behind.
Okay.
But I think he's been doing it again lately since no one expects him to do it anymore.
It's always bad to do one build, the same build every game, I think. So he's better to mix it up. LucifroN's gonna fly into a spore, and the queen here is gonna take a lot of damage on those Banshees. Not doing any damage just yet. He's gonna try to take out a couple of those drones, taking 1 of them out. 2nd one. In the meantime, we have a run by of Hellions in the 3rd base, getting surrounded by some Zerglings, and we have some Banelings as well. If those could connect, yeah, they do connect, and take out a couple of those Hellions. Wow, TLO splitting actually. Oh my god, he split so well here. He lost almost nothing. And those the 2 Banshees died.
Yeah, the Banshees he mismicroed a bit. Well, he was trying to keep the Hellions alive.
He's lost 5 drones in total. So he did commit very much to units with lots of Zerglings and Roaches, but having only lost 5 drones, he's gonna find himself on 54 drones against 51 SCVs. Behind this, he can start droning up very heavily if he wants to. He's gonna be starting 1-1 very quickly here. I mean, LucifroN just started his 1-1. Oh, I mean 2-2. Yeah. TLO started 2-2. LucifroN just started 1-1. So TLO, he's gonna be very far ahead upgrade-wise, I think.
Yeah, I'm curious what he'll do now, because he still hasn't started Baneling Speed or an Infestation Pit or a Spire. So we'll have to see which tech path he wants to go down. He has a big upgrade lead, so I think it might be good to go fast Ultralisk and take advantage of that. Because he knows LucifroN can't be aggressive that early in the game after that failed Banshee aggression. We'll have to see though. Well,
LucifroN is adding on extra barracks here, and he's getting the factory, the armory on time to be able to start 2-2 as it finishes. He's actually getting, yeah, an additional factory in his main. I don't like this. When you add either a Robo as Protoss or a factory as Terran, it should always be around your expansion, or like closer to where it needs to be, not in the far back of your main. But a big Zergling run by in the 3rd base of LucifroN here should be able to do at least a bit of damage. Oh, actually those Marines are out of position here. Those Banelings are gonna try to connect. Wow, the tank died. And TLO dealing so much damage to LucifroN right now.
I think this game might just be over, actually. He's lost all the SCVs at his 3rd.
Wow, LucifroN is
production
gonna have to
is still...
4 Marines are going to come and defend, but there's just too many Zerglings. He's gonna have to pick them up and fall back to his natural expansion. LucifroN right now in lots of trouble. TLO, he's taking a 4th base. He's already putting down spores down there, and he's going to be very secure from pretty much anything.
Yeah, and LucifroN's had some production issues through this too. He had a tank just sitting in his main. He still has 2 barracks without add-ons, so his production from barracks is only 7 Marines at a time. He hasn't even made a tech lab in the 2nd factory yet. It's just sat there idle for about 2 minutes. And between that and having no 3rd up, I can't see him coming back, I don't think.
LucifroN's gonna have to lift his 3rd base once again. He's down to 340 hit points. He's slowly burning. He's gonna have to repair it very shortly here if he does not want to lose it. Couple Marines here feeling very overly ambitious, moving across the 3rd base, starting to snipe on Zerglings. I guess they do have the Medivacs in support. And they're moving across the middle of the map here. A couple Banelings. Oh, nice target fire. Did you see that? Picking off 2 of the Banelings and then picking up those units. The orbital command still was not repaired by those SCVs. LucifroN is definitely playing worse than he's supposed to here.
Yeah, he's kind of fallen apart this game.
The Hive just finished, and TLO, if he wants to, is going to be able to tech into Ultralisks. He's going to start ground Carapace level 3 and Zerg melee attacks level 3 at the same time. A couple of Infestors are on the way. He's making 3. But, oh yeah, he did get Pathogen Glance. Wow, those Banelings, they hesitated. They were going to pull back, but then they realized there is just so few Marines. So they went forward, and LucifroN, he's not going to be given permission to ever take a third in this game. Look, the Overlord is telling him, no, you will not take a third. Dropping some creep. TLO has been very active throughout this game with his Zerglings and his units in general, making sure he held against that Banshee Hellion aggression. The Ultralisk Cavern is almost finished, and I mean, LucifroN is so short on supply, but actually TLO not even waiting for the Ultralisk. He's gonna stream in there, start using some fungal on this Bioforce. He's gonna get some of those Infestors chased down, but oh, not even a single one of them dies.
He's actually being a bit over-aggressive, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
Making bad trades a lot of the time here.
Here he was just supposed to wait for Ultralisks, Chitinous Blading, and then just go for it, even before 3-3. But sending in those Zerglings by themselves, he just wanted to use a couple of fungals behind him. But he in that last trades, it wasn't great for him, I would say. And LucifroN actually is ahead on supply right now. He's going to move across the map with 78 army supply against 64. He wants to end it. He wants to inflict damage.
There's a Link Counter doing a lot of damage at LucifroN's third, but he should be able to hold it off with these reinforcements. I think TLO can defend though when these Ultralisks come out. He has a lot of Infestors with at least one fungal each Infestor, and there's no Marauders, it's only Marines.
One fungal will be used on those Medivacs, and LucifroN has actually got the high ground here. He's going to be retreating with his Marines as soon as he sees those Ultras. I'm guessing 3 Ultras are out. Chitinous Blading about to finish 3-3 as well. Well, I guess not so close actually. Like 50 seconds away. And I don't think TLO can buy a whole minute, so he's just going to go for it from there. He's going to send his Ultras in first. The Infestors are just behind, not even using infested Terran behind them.
But there's not enough units, I don't think, for LucifroN here. He only has like 5 Marines now, 3 tanks, and a couple Medivacs.
And LucifroN is going to get cleaned up here, not even trying to pick up... Okay, he does try to pick up some of those tanks. He saves one. In the meantime, another Zergling run by in the third base of LucifroN, who's been macroing pretty well, I have to say. He keeps on remaking units behind this, but I mean... TLO, he's 3-3, he's getting lots of Ultralisks, he's on 8 gases, he's just got his 5th base. He's even adding Vipers to his mix to use the Blinding Cloud. I do think that TLO will be able to finish this game here in a second. And one Medivac will be sent away with a couple of Marines inside to maybe try and buy some time for LucifroN to basically come back in this game if he can, but it's just going to be so hard because I think TLO is going to gear for a huge timing here with lots of Ultralisks. They have 5-3 upgrades. He has a couple of Infestors with lots of energy. The one Medivac shouldn't be able to do much. I mean, there is a Spore on the way. Oh, he's going to boost past it and try to drop in the main, maybe take out the Infestation Pit, but I mean, well, the Infestors are already there. And we have an almost full energy Viper in the main of TLO here. You think he should definitely use Abduct here, right? Or do you think... Oh, actually, no, I was going to say Blinding Cloud. He should definitely use Blinding Cloud on top of this Terran army, right?
Yeah, I think that's the best move. I don't actually think the Viper is that good against this kind of Terran composition. Like, it looks like it covers more than it actually does when you cast it. And you can probably get like 2 or 3 tanks. But, I mean, it's not bad at this point because TLO has so much money and he's maxed anyway, but...
Okay, LucifroN has to hold here. TLO is going to move in there with lots of Ultras. He's crushing through all the forces of LucifroN right now. Blinding Cloud is used on top of this army. Those Ultras are going to remain melee for the time being, of course. And, well, he's killing everything. GG calls LucifroN. And 1-1 is going to be the score in this series. So we're going to go down to a last map between those two players. Wow, those games are so weird. I can't even believe, like... I always expect them to basically play very calmly, take expanse, and see some small aggression or skirmishes, but Like in this game, the run by of TLO kills so much. I was so surprised. I did not expect this to happen.
Yeah, me either. And he just defended so well, and then just played it out pretty well after that. Even though sometimes he was trading kind of inefficiently, he was always keeping LucifroN in the back foot the whole game.
Alright, well, we're gonna have a very short break and then we'll be right back with the next game. Stay right there, guys.